I'm so happy to be here with all of you again as your inner peace moderator. And as you know, our program will start with guided meditation, and then we have sharing session, wisdom talk from our teaching monk, and then we have a Q&A session before ending the program. So you can ask questions, you can share your meditation experiences. Also, you can ask any question that you may have to our teaching monk. And I am very honored and happy to have Monk John as our teaching monk today. So he will leading us the whole program. All right, to begin our session, palms up together and let's bow 3 times. First bow, second bow, and third bow. Welcome Monk John, please.
Thank you, Pam, and hello to everyone from all around the world. We're happy to be back here again. And today we are going to talk about a very special important topic. Actually, it's supposed to happen on 22nd of April because that's the Earth Day. But since we didn't have the sessions on that day, and also I'd like to talk about what we did here as well at the temple and how meditation can really have the connection with the surroundings. The importance of meditation is not just in the personal level. Okay, we might think about how meditation improve our health, how that is great for productivity, to improve memory, or to help us find inner peace. But it's much greater beyond that. It's about how we can create cultural transformation. And that cultural transformation begins with ourselves. So instead of trying to, go to the street and yelling to authorities and demand the change, we kind of strive to become the change ourselves first. And that will lead to sustainable change that could create ripple effect to spread throughout the planet Earth. And today we're going to talk about that after the meditation. But before the meditation, so let me share with you what I have today. Basically, I would need to, you know, have to operate all these things on my own today. Usually I have some assistant, but today he's not here. So let me try to operate that. All right. So, right here, I share my screen. That's great. Um, we've been talking about this, but we stopped for a while. But if you remember, we were talking about the amount of days that we still have left until 2026, right? And well, the 1st of January, that's for sure, it's 365 days. And now it's not 365 anymore because it's not January. We already lost a chance of using January altogether. We already have lost a chance of using February and March. And now, April is about to come to an end, which means that in order to make sure we kind of use the times wisely, of course, not in a very, very stressful manner. I'm not showing these numbers so that you freak out like, okay, we have just 255 days left. This is not the end of the world, and not for sure the world is not going to end, yeah, with this number. But it's going to remind us like something that you started, something that you thought about, you wanted to do, something that you made resolutions for. You're going to do them and with the remaining times. If you did not make any resolutions, that's fine. You don't need to wait until January, like next year in order to make one, but you can begin with what we have left, which is 252 days, right? which means this is going to be the amount of time you can do a lot of different things. You can do, like create new habits, because probably they require fewer days than 252 days in order to forge new habits, right? But the thing is that when we talk about this topic, um, it's about not only try to create change from without, but it's going to be change from within. This is going to be enough amount of days that you can use to improve your meditation. One thing that I like to share about the concept of, like world peace to inner peace, or peace in, peace out, that we normally say here, is about how you can become the light, how you can actually create ripple effects. Okay, so yeah, suppose that this is just a monk. Suppose it's going to be me guiding meditation here. You can also do it like you have peace clubs, right? There's several peace clubs here, and those peace clubs you can invite people to meditate together, and I explain the importance later on. Okay, one thing that can be for sure is that when our minds are not really happy, we will not have empathy towards these others, and that will not be, pleasant, because the world needs more empathetic minds. The world needs more compassions. What about comparing these situations with people who travel from home? Like, suppose you were like a construction worker who been to construction site. There's a night, and you were hardly unable to go home. You rarely go home. Chances are that you probably do not have time to take a good shower or to clean yourself, right? So the first thing that you do when you get home, of course, you're gonna enjoy a good, maybe some nice showers, right? You're gonna clean yourself. You're gonna clean again. So from here, not so clean, then you're gonna actually have yourself clean. This is going to be comparable to when you bring your mind home. Again, your mind is like this gentleman that travels to different things, not only this construction site, but maybe things, for example, work, for example, some worries and maybe responsibilities and all those things. When you are able to bring it back home, it will be clean. Your mind will be clean just by staying with yourself, not with anyone else, not with any other tasks, but with yourself. And your mind is clean. Okay. And the second thing that after cleaning yourself, perhaps, is having a good meal, right? Having a good meal. So suppose that you have just meal for yourself, you're not going to be able to have enough for anyone else. But what if you probably have plenty of food? So much so that it's not just enough for yourself, but it's going to be wasteful not to share. Because if you do not share, you're gonna, you're gonna need to throw them away. You cannot keep them in your fridge forever, right? You have plenty of food, you say, yeah, that's good. Maybe I'm gonna keep eating them until the end of the year. No, you're not gonna do that, right? Similar to when you have loving kindness, you start with yourself, just a bright spot of inner peace. When the inner peace grows, you're gonna have a feeling like, yeah, I want to keep that with yourself. Anyone here who have had such feeling before? Raise your hands. Anyone here who have had such feelings before? Like you had very pleasant feeling, and you do not want to just to keep it yourself. You start thinking about other people. You start thinking about your neighbors, and you want to share with them. The more you have, the more people you can share with, right? So it's not only about yourself, because now if you do not share, it's gonna be such a wasteful opportunity to get to know your neighbors. But maybe you're gonna actually have a feeling like, I don't like my neighbors. I don't like them so much. Why would I share with them, right? Yeah, that's gonna be similar to when you look at, people with labels on their forehead. And for sure, you're not gonna love everyone equally. But when love is too much, and you also clean your lens, it's gonna be similar to how you clean your lens. Meditation helps you cleanse your mind. So you look through glasses that are cleaner, not dirty anymore. If you look at glasses that are dirty, you're gonna see for sure labels on people's forehead because you're gonna actually see more of negativity more than positivity. But what if you make sure that your lenses are clean? Meditation helps you clean your glasses, optical glasses. You look at them again. All the labels disappears, and now you are ready to share your meal, plentiful, not just for yourself, to every single human in the world. No difference, no exceptions. So loving kindness requires two things. First, it has to be unconditional, which means anyone. Second, and it must be um, endless, which means unconditional and equal, which means endlessly equally. You're gonna share with them without picking up anyone to share with, anyone equally, anyone unconditionally. All right, so these are two things to do when you share loving kindness, and it's going to be possible if you're able to reach the point where your mind started to erase all the labels, and people they begin to look the same. That's the power of loving kindness, and for sure, you're gonna begin to understand this meditation, and we're gonna talk about the ripple effects at the end of it. Okay, so now we're ready to meditate. Let's find yourself a comfortable sitting posture, and you're gonna close your eyes softly and gently together. Okay, so close your eyes softly and gently, and relax all the muscles in your body. Breathe in and out softly, slowly, a few times. Breathe in freshness and positive energy. Then breathe out completely uncomfortable feelings from both body and mind. Continue breathing in and out for a while so that you feel a bit more relaxed. In the first moment of your meditation, to relax all your muscles. Relax by breathing, release tensions and all discomfort. Relax the muscles of your forehead down to your face, your chin, your chin. Be the flow of relaxation spreading to your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, down to your fingertips. Relax the muscles of your torso, from your chest to your abdomen, your hips, your thighs, your knees, down to your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes, until you feel completely relaxed in every part of your body. When you're feeling more relaxed, it will be easier to bring the mind home. And if we can stay with the breath without thinking about anything else, we can confirm that the mind is within and not without. Spend a moment to stay with the airflow for both inhalation and exhalation. Stay with the rhythm of the breath, moving in and out, relaxingly. Relaxingly means you're able to let go of expectation and work on your breath without worrying about the present result. Whether your mind keeps jumping to other thoughts or whether you are able to stay still. Either way, maintain the awareness of the breath as relaxingly as you can. Should the mind move to other thoughts, you're gonna need to keep bringing it back relaxingly, the ability to stay with the breath. What we call sati. If you have a lot of sati, it's going to be easier to meditate. But if you have less sati and your mind moves constantly to other thoughts, this is how you increase the sati's amount. If you breathe a little slower, a little softer, you are able to regulate your control with the breath. Be easier to stay around the airflow. Until the mind hardly think about something else. And that's when you feel relatively lighter or easier to stay or more relaxed. These are the evidence of you gaining more sati. Now we're going to bring the mind with more the mouth of sati to reach the center of the body. You might follow your breath all the way to the deepest turning point. And the deepest turning point is around the middle of your abdomen. And you can reach that point by breathing in and out softly, slowly, and deeply, as softly as you can, slowly as you can, as deeply as you can. Just by staying and reaching with the breath, the mind begins to touch an empty space in the middle of your abdomen, up on reaching the empty space. You can make it so by breathing a little slower and reaching the center as softly as a bird's feather floating down from the sky and finally land up on a calm water surface without disturbing the calmness of the water surface. And that's how soft, how gentle you might can reach, can touch, and absorb such the feeling repetitively. Let the mind move to other thoughts, and it will keep bringing it back relaxingly to the center of the body. We will not concern with the breath any longer. You just breathe as comfortably as you can, as naturally as you can, and let the mind stay around the center of the body, the middle of your abdomen. You don't worry much about the exact position. Say anywhere you feel relaxed. It's going to be the center. We begin from touching the center and at some moment you're gonna leave your mind still. You're having to move with the breath. Let it stay there. Let it be motionless. And be a little more careful not to lose it, not to let it travel from the center and while staying here. You might want to repeat a mantra silently. Imagine as if the voice is being echoed from the center of the body. You might repeat, clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright, or Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma means the right way, and Arahang means the most profound stillness of the mind. Of all repeating the mantra, you are able to redirect your attention from outside to staying still within. Samma Arahang, 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 Samma Arahang. You repeat the mantra on your own. Even when I stop, you continue repeating it silently. Your mind be fully occupied, and the chance that it will move to other thoughts will decrease. Also, imagine that the origin of the mantra comes from your center, as if someone plays a wireless speaker, playing the mantra soothing sound from within you. Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, you to additionally visualize an image. We will begin by imagining that your body is empty. Imagine there's nothing inside of your body, no bone, no muscle, no organ, nothing inside but the air, as if you become a balloon, a bubble, feeling spacious inside, and within the spaciousness, there is a small spherical object floating, which you can visualize as the sun, the full moon, a water drop, crystal ball, or a bubble. Visualize the same manner when you dream. It's like you are daydreaming at the moment. It's not going to be as clear as what you normally see with your eyes. No matter what quality the inner image looks like, feel content. No need to try to make it clearer. Feel content even when the image only 10% clear. What's more important than the quality is the continuity. And that's the purpose, the true purpose of visualization. But to be more mindful so that the visualization becomes uninterrupted. Sama arahang, 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 continue to repeat. How long do we need to do it then? The answer is whenever. Doesn't matter as long as you feel content. Contentment that you don't want this moment to end. And you can continue as long as you can. Samma arahang. Samma arahang. Samma arahang. Samma arahang. Leave you to be on your own for a moment until the meditation comes to an end. And with loving kindness together, Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Continue on your own for a little short while. with the amount of pure energy that your mind has absorbed from staying still at the origin of the peace energy. You may spread it out in all directions. Allow the energy to expand, to cover yourself, everyone in the same room, same house, same building. Doesn't matter who they are. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the inner peace you are sharing. Continue sharing the peace energy to cover the whole city. Imagine that it reaches the edge or the border of your country so that you can share the loving kindness to everyone equally and unconditionally, regardless of who they are, what they do, where they live. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free. Free from sadness, pain, and dangers. May all of them feel the peace, energy you are sharing. Continue to spread the energy to all other countries, to the whole world, to everyone in the world, equally and unconditionally. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. And all of them feel the peace energy. May the peace energy reach everyone's mind, regardless of their race, nationality, or creed. May everyone in the world be happy. May all of them be free from sadness, pain, and anger. May all the dangers be far away from you and everyone else in the world. May all be protected. kind natural disaster, maybe no fight, no conflict, no violence, and no war. May peace prevail on earth. Meditation is coming to an end. You might take a moment to breathe in and out softly, slowly, and long in the environment and everyone and everything around you. And once you feel you are ready, you may softly, slowly open your eyes while listening to my blessings. Sapphe Buddha Palapatta Pacceka Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanja Te Jenrakang Pantami Sapaso Te Atrata Sukita Virunha Buddha Sasane Aroka Sukita Buddha Sasape Yadipi Sapaputtanupavena Sapatamanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. May all your wishes be fulfilled. Epurentu Sankappa. All of your dreams become true. Janto Panaraso Yatha. Like the full moon in the night sky. Manishoti Raso Yatha. Or similar to a flawless crystal sphere. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you had a peaceful moment, and now maybe you can share a little bit so that you can uh, share what? Share your face, share your smile, because you have share, right? You have uh, share peace energy to people in the world. So what about we begin sharing our smiles to people here as well? We give you 5 seconds to wake up. Hopefully you have your webcam connected and now you can share your smile. We're smiling. I'm smiling. You smiling, right? Anyone who have the best smile. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Smile. That's awesome. Smile one more time. Awesome. Okay, one more. Great. That's the sound of the shutter. Okay, so all right, maybe you can as well share your experience. I'm looking forward to read and keen to know how your meditation went. And if you have any questions, of course, you can ask in the comments box as well. We have a good company today. And I also shared with you earlier about the importance of loving kindness and how we are going to uh, create some change. Okay, and I have a point. So let me share with you what it is. Okay, can you share on the comments about how the meditation was? Let me see. Okay, is there any comment now? Okay, so yeah, today I'm kind of alone. So the system, I'm not very used to this one. So let me try it again. Okay. All right, so you can chat at the moment. You can chat and all right. So looking forward to reading or your sharing. When we talk about the concept world, okay, this 22nd of April, that is what we call the Earth Day, uh, kind of globally accepted that it's a time to protect the world. And I think when we talk about protecting the word protect seems like we need to expand this area of protection because some people will try to focus on protecting the world from climate change. Some people may try to protect the world from economic collapse or something. And some people will try to protect the world as well from, they say, conflicts and violence and war or something like that. So what is this protecting the world that we talk about? In fact, it's about being able to, uh, you know, to share our peace and our love so that these feelings spread like a new kind of viruses. That would be great, right? That's gonna be great. I talk about virus, people don't want to hear that word, but what about a new kind of epidemic? Because these three words, the concept word I'm going to talk about, we talk about three words. First, world of surroundings. It's going to be this one. Okay, this one, world of surrounding. And in the middle, we have world of people, world of beings, not only limited to people, but they can mean like animals or some other beings that maybe you cannot see. Okay. And the last one is the inner world. Oh, um, actually, these concept world that we talk about, they are interconnected, which means whatever happens in one world may affect the other two as well. So how? For example, let's begin with each one. This one say about the planet. And these days, we talk a lot about natural disasters, about climate change, about what's going on with the global warming, with the melting of the ice and everything. So this needs to be addressed, right? But what if I say that this one actually comes from things that living inside of it? And things living inside of it could be like animals or people. We are really a lot of people. So what everyone does in the world will for sure affect the world. Just think about how the world is disturbed by like uh, pollutions or maybe factories or maybe even trashes, even environmental challenges and how people try to raise some campaign against throwing trashes or litter or like things that damage the nature, right? Save the planet for sure. As much as we try to save it, but it's not going to be easy to globally create. It would be good, right? If we can kind of issue a law or maybe a command that everyone in the world can follow. But coming back to reality, that's difficult because whatever one country say, maybe many others will say, no, we're not going to do it because there are some other areas that we need to address before that thing. No, we don't even have money to buy food. We even have some other challenges. Why do we actually care about your problems? So it's at this moment, it's going to be similar to how everyone start pointing fingers at each other. Like, no, it's not my problem. It's your problem. So you solve your problems, and I have my problem to solve, and eventually no one is solving anyone's problem, right? That's because there's another world which kind of hidden than the other two worlds. This one is more obvious because we actually kind of have the awareness these days. This third drop from the sun started to shake, create cracks that also lead to what people describe as earthquake, for example. And that's not good for buildings, perhaps. And the cracks or the shaking actually, you can say that it's kind of happened because some uh, global warmings. But let's say that if we all kind of can cool ourselves, okay, we have to kind of dig deep into this topic because there is one thing that we can say for sure is everything is related, everything in the world. So what happened here on Earth will definitely have some effect to the other areas. Have you heard about the butterfly effect, right? The butterfly effect, that what happens, like a butterfly flaps its wings in Brazil will likely cause like hurricane somewhere else. Yeah, that's gonna be a very classical example of the butterfly effect. But in this sense, it's more like how the borders, when we talk about the word world, this word is divided, not in one piece, but it's divided by culture, it's divided by languages, divided by countries. And those divisions that we have in the world create the second world, the worlds of beings, the worlds where really a lot of people are living together and they started not to be very nice to each other, right? And that's because of one word, the inner world, our world. And not many people are aware that this world exists. There is world inside of you that you need to protect, that you need to nurture. And these world really have effect with the other world. Just think about how a stressed people can spread stress like epidemic. If you're stressed and you talk to other people, they don't feel good, right? If you don't have a smile on your face and you try to um, smile to people, they know that that smile is not genuine, right? Because they know from their feelings. So my point is, whatever happens inside of you, people are aware of it. And if you have positive feelings, you have love, you have loving kindness that we talked earlier today, you actually spread it out to people around you. That's the opposite of having anger, having hatred. That can also spread to people around as well. And that spreads faster because these days we have social media. If someone posts something bad on social media and other people read it, bad feelings spread, and that is not just a community of worldwide, like epidemic or something. It's pandemic, it's global infection, right? So the thing is, if these were comes from a lot of unhappy people, if they are really unhappy, and a lot of them are unhappy, and you need to talk about billions of people who are unhappy. And those billions of people will definitely affect each other. They create stress in their communities. They create problems, they don't care about each other, I'm gonna set, I'm gonna create some tariffs. I'm not talking about any country. I mean, like, I'm gonna challenge other countries. I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm not gonna be friendly to you. And that really will have the effect globally. And that effect will come back to the second world, the world of beings, the world where people living together. And that second world will eventually go to the first world or the, the environment, right? So if you want to save the planet, okay, I think it's going to be a little too late just to um, kind of try to solve at the very, very terminal end of the problem. But the root cause of the problem need to be addressed, right? Just think about people who are irresponsible, no matter how many signs you make, they're going to throw trashes into the ocean anyway. But what if you can create people with universal goodness? What if you try to maybe make people aware that in a life they need to have these 5 good habits: cleanliness, organization, and this cleanliness must happen not only in your home, in your house, but it should apply to planet Earth as well, right? And if you can do that, then is you're gonna create a cultural change. We need to create cultural transformation that will spread to bring more peace. And like that begins with meditation, perhaps. Today, did you spread a little bit? We're trying to reach that number, the number that we dream about of so many people meditating together. Okay. All right. So let's see. We have some good messages here. Daphne said, meditation was very powerful. Thank you. A question is, why do you put attention inwards to the belly? Many meditations focus on the heart. Well, we try to use the technique called the middle way, and heart is not in the middle. Here is in the middle. You see in the image here. Okay, here. That's in the middle, right? Here is not the middle. Here is still not the middle, but here is the middle. And why the middle? Because that's the point that you can concentrate the energy. That's the point where you can have that balance effect. Like everyone in the world, everything in the world, even every universe must have the center. And the center is where you can feel the most stable. If you have a bottle, if your center of gravity falls off the base, it falls. So if you keep your mind at the center, you might feel the most stable and it stops better the most. Okay, from scene, I feel relaxed and calm now. Though at the beginning it's with restless and wandering. That's fine, okay? As long as you reach that relaxed point, no matter what beginning you have, it's okay. As long as you reach that relaxed point, okay? Previous goal, the meditation was calm for me and it's cold in my area now. I was able to let go. Meditation is quite strange because many people who live in warm countries like Thailand, they usually say, oh, it makes me feel a little cooler. But many people who live in the colder countries, like in many European countries, for example, or if you live on a mountain, they usually say that meditation make them feel warmer. So for me, meditation actually make you perfect temperature just to feel relaxed or survive. Ayomide, it was amazing meditation. I feel relaxed and calm. That's great. Joseph, thanks very much. It's nice to relax at this time of the day. Abati, I feel refreshed. Thanks for the amazing sessions and relax now after a really hectic day. Feel Oluvar, I had refreshing time of inner peace. By Yovar, I was able to focus more while meditating. It was really nice. And Paul Martins, it was amazing experience. Today have been very stressful day for me. However, I used the breathing technique and that allowed me to relax my body and release tensions. That's great. And how's the whole? Just returned from Thailand yesterday and we got the chance to meditate at the memory hall and I saw spiral things that look like snail and feel strange. No, you didn't actually feel that dizziness. So when your mind is still and whatever you see, it's nice things to see, okay? when your mind is still, when your mind is clear, when your mind is pure, whatever images that appears in your mind, they're all good. Okay. Maybe they don't look as you expected at first, but if your mind is not yet the purest, whatever appears, you have questions anyway. So my suggestion is just to continue until you reach the finest point, you reach the most profound stillness, and that will do. And Ruth, I was relaxed properly. I was able to stay between the balance, concentration, relaxation. When I started, I couldn't concentrate because my country's weather. But I just gradually I was able to relax properly. That's great. And actually, sometimes it's not just about relaxation, but it's about waiting. It's about being able to not to concern so much about other conditions. So your mind become unconditional, and that leads to unconditional happiness and the amount of peace that you can feel, and also um, the change, the change of your meditation that it chips. Okay, Vanessa, it was incredibly sleepy meditation for me, revealing how deeply exhausted I feel. I'm in a beautiful natural center with other people meditating now and feel good, even though they're not in the same tradition. Kind people, profound, beautiful nature around. Okay, very nice. But if your mind, if you have sleepy mind, one thing that I can say, if it's not your body, it's about the amount of impurities that being clean. So when you reach that profound or refined state, then the sleepy mind disappears. Okay. All right. So that's very much for today. And I just want to remind you that we have also retreat in July. Of course, not for the peace clubs. Okay, so not for the African friends. That the one for you is in November. So if you are interested to join, uh, we can write the website. Anyone can help me write a website. The BPI Foundation, and it's the meditation retreat. Okay, and there will be in two places. One will be in Europe, in Belgium, the 1st to the 7th, and the other one will be in Thailand, um, from the 10th to 15, 16. Okay, so wherever you're interested in, maybe you can book your place, and that's it for today. Okay, so all right. Thank you very much. And I will hand it over to Pam.
Thank you so much, Mang John, for such a wonderful session today. And also, the wisdom sharing today is really beneficial to our meditation practice. Everything is all connected with the human being, animals, environmentals, all connected. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And to wrap up the session, may I invite everyone pay respect to Monk John by bowing 3 times together. So let's palm up. First bow, second bow, and third bow.
May all be happy, healthy, and wise. May all of you have all the wisdoms to overcome all obstacles in your life. All your wishes be fulfilled. All your dreams become true. May you never be separated from the inner peace within. And every time you meditate, may you attain the inner peace within easily and effortlessly. That we call the Dhammakaya without delay.
Sadhu. And thank you so much for Lily Grace blessing as always. Thank you so much, everyone. Looking forward to see you all next week, coming Monday and Thursday. For now, have a great day, great night, wherever you are, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you very much, Pam, and see you next time by DJ Botox, by Elsa Marine, Daphne, and Pam, and everyone as a whole, Vanessa, and Rachel, and Iman, and Jesse, and Issei, and Ronnie, and Iwatomi, and Elena. and Precious Gold, and Joseph, and Diana Iluma, and Ruth, and Dioke Spar, and Bettina Barbara, and Monish, and Ayomitan, and Oki Kio La Mile Khan, and Adebayo, Ibrasa, and Confidence, and Jane, and Odunayo, and Mayova, and Jaina Bay, Ishola, Alphonsine, Uche, Abati, Ibrahim, and Finn Luvar. Okay, see you again next week. Bye for today.